Hi, my name is Tracy Rogers and I'm the Executive Director for HealthNet of Janesville. HealthNet is a grassroots nonprofit free health and dental clinic for the uninsured and low-income residents of Rock County. We do not duplicate any other form of health insurance, so HealthNet serves a vital role for our community by providing the only resource our patients have for primary care. All of our doctors and dentists volunteer their time. With a limited number of staff members, we rely heavily on our volunteers to carry out our mission of providing quality medical care to the community members most in need.
I think it's just something that as physicians we feel obligated to do and try to provide as much services as we can to patients. And the patients that we see here have no insurance, have very little income, and I think we end up being the last resort for them to try to get good health care, and that's what we try to provide here.
This means staying alive, basically, to me, because after my stroke, there were certain medications that were essential for me that they provide here. I know I did actually originally thought, oh no, I'm going to go to a free clinic, I'm going to be treated like cattle, and and they're never going to know who I am or anything like that. And it's just the opposite when you get here. These are mostly volunteers, and you think volunteers wouldn't care, but they care more. They care more about people as individuals, and there's no matter how hard a day they're having, it seems like they find some way to smile and look at you, and they have empathy for you, and they take care of you. And I don't know that in years past when I've gone to other clinics or anything that they treat you as well as they do here.
I'm in the boat like other people, lost their job and I needed some help, so I checked them out and they're very good here. They have no insurance and I need my medications and they're here to help me with that.
I worked full-time but in restaurants and they don't offer insurance, and was guided to HealthNet, and I would have been lost, frankly, without them. And they've never ever, that's the biggest thing here, is they've never treated you like less than. And I've seen some pretty frustrating people I would have gotten cranky with here, but they're just always caring. They don't seem to, and maybe it's my thing that I felt ashamed with no insurance, but they never ever, it was just never an issue.
This is no different than a retail pharmacy. There are some patients that are demanding and everything else, but there's more patients that look at you and say thank you, and they mean it. That's really what life is about, to thank you once in a while for doing something, and I'm more than happy to keep doing it. As long as I have the time and the energy, I'm here.
Well, everything that we provide here is either money that we get through grants or different funds, or monies that are given to us. And so it's always a struggle for us to try to have the money to provide the services that patients need for x-rays, for labs, for their medications. Many of the medications are very expensive that they need to take. We do lots of paperwork and put in lots of hours getting medications from the drug companies for the diseases. Some of the medications we end up buying that we need funds for. We need funds for our staff that works here, and the x-rays and laboratory studies that we do all need to be paid for. And so unfortunately, it's kind of like a bottomless pit, but we're always looking for new sources and new ways to generate revenue for our office.
We fill over 2,000 prescriptions a month, which is 25,000 probably prescriptions a year. And that has a value, a retail value on it of over $2 million. I mean, it's a lot of money. The reason it's so high is we're able to use many medications direct from the drug companies. They send them to us free. Each one is for a particular patient. We have to do a lot of paperwork, but they send it, and that raises our cost compared to what normal pharmacy would be. The generics that we buy, we need about $25,000 a year, $25,000 to $30,000 a year to purchase those medications. But then there's all the ancillary costs. We do buy some prescription bottles. We have a computer that we use. We have prescription labels, tape to tape the labels on, all the little things that add up to quite a little money.
Originally, we started planning this clinic in the spring of 2007. There was a large unmet need for low-income patients to receive dental care. They were showing up in the hospitals with swollen faces and being told to go to the dentist, and most of them didn't have an established dentist. So Tracy Rogers approached me and said that there was some funding available to treat them on an as-needed basis. And we started to treat them in our own offices, but we could only had enough funding for one filling a year per patient. So we decided to try and get 20 volunteer dentists together to start up our own clinic, and by doing that we got greater funding. The patients now aren't showing up at the hospital anymore with swollen faces. They're coming to HealthNet Dental to get treated.
We have a gentleman who comes here and has been coming here for a long time. He plays a guitar and sings, has a little group, and once in a while he brings his guitar, sits in the waiting room all morning, plays his guitar, sings. Everybody in the waiting room is singing, we're singing. It's fun. I mean, this is to take people that have so much going against them and to see them smiling and singing. It's just, and it raises everybody's mood that's working that day too.
It seems like we don't accomplish a whole lot for our patients, but in reality, I think they think that we really help them a lot. And every little bit that everybody can do makes a big difference in these patients' lives. And I think that's something we should all try to remember.
I feel very fortunate, very blessed to be able to have this this education, this skill, to have a good life, and I want to try and know that I've made a difference in somebody else's life too.
With an increase in volunteer hours and with an increase in public contributions, we're able to serve more people in need. We would not be able to provide our services without the commitment of our partners. They are the foundation for our success.
I hope they survive here. I hope they can find a way to make this continue to work and to accomplish what they're trying to do. There's so many people who've dedicated so much time and money and effort and to make this work, and bless them for that.